world's most goal-hungry league could shape up to be a wild ride this year. We're talking about the Bundesliga. Hey my dudes, welcome to Football Talk. Today we're talking about the German domestic league, or the Bundesliga. I'll give you a preview of what's going to happen in the league this year, all the big transfers that have happened, and how the teams will shape up. First off, we're going to be talking about who I see as the two main title contenders this year. As always, Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. Let's talk about Bayern first. Bayern Munich had a very good season last year. While they were eliminated from the Champions League semifinal, they did manage to win both the Bundesliga and the DF Pokal for a domestic double. They've also strengthened their side, bringing in Mats Hummels from Borussia Dortmund and Renato Sanchez from Benfica to add strength to their defense and their midfield. I see them finishing in first position this year. Next, we have Borussia Dortmund. Second biggest club in German football history. Powerhouse in both the Bundesliga and European football. Now, they did lose Henrik Mkhitaryan this year, their star right midfielder, but they did get Andre Schürrle from Wolfsburg, as well as Mario Götze and Sebastian Loda from Bayern Munich. To deal with the departure of Mats Hummels, they brought in Marc Bartra from Barcelona, as well as bringing in Ousmane Dembele from Rennes and Rafael Guerreiro. Schalke are set to have a very strong season this year. They've made some very key signings in Baba Rahman at left back on a loan from Chelsea, Koke at right back from Sevilla, Naldo at center back from VfL Wolfsburg, and Breel Mbolo at striker. The young Swiss talent is sure to light it up this year, and he's signed with Schalke on a multi-year contract, so it plans for the future for them as well. However, they have lost some key players in Leroy Sané to Manchester City, Roman Neustadter to Fenerbahce, and Joel Matip to Liverpool. Next, we have Bayer 04 Leverkusen. Leverkusen had a very strong season last year, and I think they'll have a strong one this year. They've brought in Kevin Volland from 1899 Hoffenheim, who can play as either a right midfielder, right winger, or striker to add versatility and talent in the attack, and have brought in Julian Baumgartlinger from Mainz 05 as center defensive mid, a very strong tackling talent who is sure to bring solidity to their midfield. However, they have lost Christoph Kramer to Borussia Mönchengladbach. Now we're talking about Borussia Mönchengladbach. Gladbach are set to have a strong season again this year, just like they had last year. They were so strong last year, in fact, that they were one of the only teams that managed to beat Bayern Munich, winning emphatically 3-1 at home. They've managed to sign a very good midfielder in Christoph Kramer from Bayer 04 Leverkusen. However, they did lose Granit Xhaka to Arsenal. But with those funds, they could make other key signings in the near future. But they have also managed to retain the services of Fabian Johnson, Raphael up top, and Jan Sommer in goal. They look like a very strong and very dangerous team. Now, we're talking about the 2015 Super Cup winners, VfL Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg had a very bad season last year. For a team that should be constantly pushing for European placement, they struggled a lot. And how they'll fare this year, I have no idea. They've lost several key players in Naldo, their star center back, to Schalke, Andre Schürrle, probably the star of the entire team, to Dortmund, and Max Kruse, their striker, to Werder Bremen. But they've also managed to bring in a lot of talent with Jakub Błaszczykowski from Dortmund by way of Fiorentina, Daniel Didavi from the recently relegated Stuttgart, Jeffrey Bruma from PSV Eindhoven at center back, Mayoral on loan from Real Madrid, and possibly their biggest signing, Mario Gomez, the German international striker who they got from Fenerbahce by way of Fiorentina, who's sure to add a lot of talent up front. I'm just not sure how it will work in combination with the players they've lost. On to Mainz. Mainz had a good season last year. They'll probably have a good season this year. However, they have lost both Loris Karius to Liverpool and Julian Baumgartlinger to Bayer 04 Leverkusen, so I'm not sure how well their defense will hold up. Now on to Cologne. Now, not a powerhouse in European competition. Within the Bundesliga, Cologne has a very solid side. I see them having a fairly good year this year, having retained the services of Jonas Hector and Timo Horn, both of which play for the German national team on various levels. Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim will most likely have an okay season, though not great. No big signings in, although they did lose Kevin Folland to Bayer 04 Leverkusen, but they have managed to retain the services of Niklas Süle, the young center back who's showing a lot of promise for the German under-23 national team in Brazil right now. Red Bull Leipzig. Red Bull Leipzig should have a very good season this year, even though it's their first time ever in the Bundesliga. They also happen to be the youngest club in the Bundesliga after having been founded in 2009. They should have a strong season thanks to Davy Selke up top, as well as Rani Khedira, Sami Khedira's younger brother, in midfield, as well as having all the transfer funds they could want to make good mid-season signings in January. Frankfurt had a very rough season last year, barely escaping relegation on the very last match day. I think they'll have a much better season this year, having consolidated over the off-season. No big signings in or out. Augsburg. Nothing special going on there, but they should have an okay season. SV Hamburg, die Oldhosen. Hamburg have made a very good signing in Bobby Wood from Union Berlin. The American striker performed very well last year in the second Bundesliga, and I'm pretty sure he'll do it again this year in the top flight of German football, as well as bringing in talented youngster Alan Halilovic from FC Barcelona. Ingolstadt was recently promoted last year. I think they will stay in the top flight of German football this year, although not very comfortably. Hertha Berlin. Hertha Berlin had an outstanding season last year, winning a lot of very important games on the road. I think they'll have a strong season this year. Darmstadt. Darmstadt was promoted into the Bundesliga last year. I believe they will stay in it this year. However, I believe they will be one spot above automatic relegation. Werder Bremen. Bremen had a very bad season last year and just narrowly escaped relegation. However, I don't think they'll be so lucky this year. I think they'll finish in the bottom two. Their only notable signing is forward Max Kruse from Wolfsburg. Other than that, no action has been made on the transfer market. SC Freiburg. Freiburg has done nothing in the transfer market this year, and their only notable player is Nils Petersen. I think they're going right back down into the second Bundesliga. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked, please click that like button down below. Subscribe, spread the word about these videos. Auf Wiedersehen!